So let's talk about getting your first 100 subscribers on YouTube. The first step is always the hardest, and we have all been there. But the objective of this video is to show you how you can get to your first 100 subscribers and therefore get your whole YouTube channel and YouTube experience heading towards YouTube partnership. I want to set you up though for success in the long term. We're not going to cut corners. This is a strategy, not a series of disconnected tactics. And take it from a former army officer, I do know the difference. So your objective, should you choose to accept it, is to get 100 subscribers for your YouTube channel. Not 1,000. We're going to take one step at a time, and it's much more achievable to aim for 100 than right off the bat try to get 1,000. That will come later, and what I really want you to do is to stay focused. Make sure though you stick around till the end of this video, because I'm going to show you a great tool that I use for making my YouTube promotions really effective and easy, and this will make getting more subscribers so much more straightforward. Let's start and have a look at having a proper game plan for this whole strategy. It's important that you have a game plan because you need to have a system, and the whole idea of this video is to set out a game plan that you can follow. I want you to work out your schedule and think about what you can realistically achieve over the coming weeks. And yes, I said weeks. This is going to probably take weeks, if not a few months. You're not going to do this in a few days. If you have not already done so, make sure that you set your channel up properly. And I have a video which covers this, so make sure you check that out. Now, make sure that you put a subscribe link on your channel page. And setting one of these up is not difficult at all. All you have to do is to take your YouTube channel name. So it's youtube.com/c/ your channel name. Then it's !sub_confirmation=1. Then if you put that into a link shortener, you'll be able to, one, have a very tidy link that people can click on, and secondarily, you can also then measure to see how many clicks you're getting on it. And measurement is always critical. So the next thing to do is to make sure that you know how to post your YouTube videos the right way. It's really important that you understand what you have to do and that you do it properly, because your video has to make an impact in the first 48 hours, and that'll get YouTube's attention and it'll start feeding it into its algorithm. And I've got a video which also explains how to do that, so make sure that you go through that in detail. I want you then to decide on the niche that you're going to focus on. It's really important that you establish yourself as an authority around a niche subject on YouTube. And if you have around 25 videos, then YouTube's going to pick up on this and realize that you are authority, and it's more likely to promote not just one video, but groups of them across its network. It also can, of course, create the basis for an online course as well down the road, although you might want to supplement the course information with more content that's not available on YouTube. So what I want you to do then is to create and prepare your first 5 to 6 videos. By all means upload them, but keep them unlisted. Make sure that you carefully prepare the title, description, hashtags, tags and thumbnails, as I explain in my video. And this means that you'll be ready to launch, and also when you do launch, it somewhat takes the pressure off because you'll have time to create more content while you're going through the launch schedule of these videos. How often are you going to publish? Well, you have to decide what works for you. I would suggest not less than once a week, and frankly probably not more than 3 times a week. Try to leave 24 to 48 hours between videos, so each video has a chance to make its most impact on YouTube when it's first launched before the next one comes along. You can, of course, schedule them in the future, but make sure that you also schedule your video promotions to match that scheduling schedule, and I'll have more on that coming up later in this video. Now, don't expect to get your first 100 subscribers really quickly. You might get lucky, you might do well, you may already have an audience and other places that you can bring in. But the most important word, and the thing that YouTube values most importantly, is consistency. Because consistency builds trust. So what you want to do is to get yourself into a consistent publishing schedule. 1, 2 or 3 videos each week, made properly, put up correctly, so that YouTube knows that you're serious and it will then start to share your content. So let's take a look at the launching of your site, of your first videos, to get towards that milestone of 100 subscribers. Decide on when you're going to launch. What is going to be your launch day? Maybe it's a Monday. Beginning of the week's always a good time to start. And let all your social channels, all your Twitter account people, your Facebook group people, people that follow you on Instagram and in Pinterest, on LinkedIn, that this launch is coming up and that you'll be releasing new videos on YouTube, and you'd love them to go over and take a look at them, enjoy them, and most importantly, to subscribe to your channel. And if you have an email list, definitely email them as well. Perhaps start on a Monday and try to publish Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the first few weeks. If not, maybe twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday. Just see what works for you. Don't be prescriptive about this, but just try to build up a regular schedule of when you're going to be posting. You have to do your research on the topics in your niche that people want to know about. Don't just produce any old videos. You're looking for video topics which answer questions, which address pains and problems, which you can then solve, because these are the things that people are searching for, and you need to create videos to answer the questions that people want answered. You also need to keep an eye on your video analytics. You want to see how your audience is reacting to your content, particularly how long are people watching for, how far through a video are people beginning to drop off. And if they are beginning to drop off, maybe you go back and look at those videos and see whether there's something you can do to change them or improve them. And also, don't forget, you want to give your audience a reason to watch your video to the end, as I've given in this video, hinting that I've got something for you right at the end if you stay and watch it all the way through. Of course, you also need to make sure that every video has got built-in calls to action to make sure people subscribe. So if you're enjoying this video, why don't you hit the subscribe button now, like that. So the next thing to do is to keep a close eye on your daily subscribers and your monthly rate of subscribers, and that'll tell you, one, obviously how close you're getting to your 100 subscribers, but also how your momentum is building, because momentum in this particular game is everything. And what you want to do is to see your rate of people subscribing to your channel increasing. And that's a very good sign that your momentum is improving, increasing, and you're on the right road. The other thing then is to look at other small YouTubers' channels. They can be a great source of inspiration, but also if you go to a channel and you watch a video, then if you like that, give it a thumbs up, and you subscribe to their channel, and you leave them a constructive and interesting, relevant comment about their video, then it's most likely that they will look at your channel and probably subscribe for you. Now, what you don't want to do is to say or do anything spammy. If you try to do this 5 or 10 times a day for the first month, which I accept is not a sustainable strategy, and it is also not sub for sub. You don't go there and ask for anything. You don't mention your channel. You don't mention your videos or subscriptions. You just spread good karma, and hopefully that good karma will come back to you, because these people will look to see who you are. They'll click on your name, go to your channel, maybe watch some of your content, and hopefully subscribe to your channel too. And that's a very good way to start to get your channel moving in YouTube. Consider as well reaching out to some of these other small channels, particularly channels in your niche, and offer to collaborate on a video. Do a video together where you do it sort of two-handed, or maybe you have a Zoom call together and you're on both sides of the screen and you can discuss a topic, have some sort of agenda drawn up to start with at the beginning. When you publish that, then viewers will find both of your channels because you can leave links to each other's channels in there, and that will help again to move your channel and your subscribers forward. It is harder to do when you have very, very few subscribers because people won't necessarily be enthusiastic about that. However, if you're really expert on something and you've got some real expertise to offer and real value to give to their subscribers, then I'm sure they would look at it constructively and probably agree to do a collab with you. So let me come to what I was holding out for and share with you a simple way to do video promotions. Video promotions, if you like, the easy way. The objective, remember, is to drive traffic back to your YouTube channel. And what I'm proposing you do here is that you create videos to promote your videos, which sounds a bit like a lot of hard work, but not if you do it my way and you keep it simple and easy. What I suggest you do is you create 2-minute videos from your existing video, starting at key timing points in your video, maybe at chapter sections or where you start talking about a major point. These are called snippets, and that's the terminology we'll use. Now, IGTV, Instagram TV, needs vertical snippets in the 9:16 ratio, which is basically a way of saying you're turning a landscape presentation and standing it up. Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Pinterest like you to have square snippets. So you've got to produce these videos in 2 different formats to the format you normally produce for YouTube, which can be a bit of a bore, but not if you do it my way. Ideally, you also want to include closed captions, because when people are watching on social media, they often have the sound muted. But if you have closed captions on your videos, then people can effectively read what you're saying, even if the volume is muted. So I suggest what you do is you upload your YouTube video, the one you've just published on YouTube, to your Facebook page. And when you publish it in Creator Studio, you get an option to automatically create closed captions, which I always do. And I strongly recommend you do as well. Now, you also need to upload with it in your description the timestamps, because the timestamps is what is going to create these snippets. Then I use a tool called Repurpose.io, which I have to admit is not free, to import 2-minute snippets from Facebook in both square and vertical formats. And it makes it dead easy. Once you've set up the workflow, you literally go into Repurpose, you go to either your square or your vertical workflow, and you just go publish, 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 publish. They publish then to Dropbox, and you can then upload those to your usual social media channels. Now, I recommend you go for about 6 to 7 snippets from maybe a 20-minute video, and you share them on all your social media channels, ideally within the first 48 hours of your video going live on YouTube, so you get the maximum impact on that video when it's in that crucial first period of being live on the channel. Now, Repurpose isn't free. Do keep an eye out for their lifetime deals, because they're definitely worth grabbing, and Black Friday is coming up as I'm recording this. It does make it quick and simple. And if you use scheduling tools like Buffer, Hootsuite, I use Promo Republic, you can then very easily schedule out these tools to multiple channels. For IGTV, I recommend you go directly into Facebook Creator Studio and upload and schedule them directly to IGTV. Otherwise, you end up having to go through your phone app when they're due to be recorded. And what you really want to do is to get them up, scheduled, and so you can forget about them and they just happen. Make sure that all your posts have hashtags, and a free tool to find your best hashtags for your video's keyword is shown on the screen. It's besthashtags.com. This is a free tool, so I recommend you give that a shot. So how to get 1,000 subscribers will be your next goal, and that will be the topic of my next video, because once I've got you set up and established on this, then that's what you're going to need to have a look at. So I'm going to share with you in the next video a long-term strategy to take you to the magic 1,000 subscribers. I'm going to take you through step by step exactly how you put this strategy together with detailed funnel diagrams so you can see exactly what connects to what, and I'll explain it step by step. The 1,000 subscriber limit is, as I record this, it may change in the future, one of the 2 key thresholds for YouTube partner status, which of course is the key to monetization. And of course, if you implement this 1,000 subscriber strategy, you're building a sophisticated network of content on your, but basically on the internet, which will, as we go forward and for the long term, on an evergreen basis, keep driving traffic back to your YouTube videos. So I'm going to show you how to set up something that is long-term, sustainable, and a coherent strategy that is relatively easy to put together. And of course, as a result, it'll hopefully grow your watch hours as well. So that is how I would suggest you go about getting your first 100 subscribers on YouTube. And I hope you've got a lot out of the video and it gives you some direction to move forward with some very specific and actionable steps. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your community. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, which of course is something I always want you to do if you're not already a subscriber, and hit the bell to make sure you get notifications and you don't miss any videos. Now, I'd love to know from you which tactic you're going to implement first from this video. So why not leave me a comment below, and I always look out for my comments and try to respond to them, and I'd love to hear from you. Now, in the end screen, I want you to make sure that you look out for my other YouTube growth videos. I've referred to a couple of them in this video, and if you take them in the round and you watch all of them, it will definitely set you up in the right way and help you towards that magic goal of getting your first 100 subscribers.